So the former district attorney has got an embezzlement charge, a Class 5 felony. A Class 5 felony embezzlement charge. So that's the ex-DA here for the 12th Judicial District, the DA Robert Willett. Now, I had told him about a felony, and he ignored my talk about victims' rights. A felony embezzlement charge has been filed by the 12th Judicial District Attorney's Office against former DA Robert Willett. The DA's office filed one count of embezzlement of public property. The charge is a Class 5 felony, which carries with it a potential prison time between 1 to 3 years and fines ranging anywhere from $1,000 to $100,000 and a mandatory parole period of 2 years. A conviction would also disqualify Willett from being a member of the General Assembly in Colorado. The filing states that former DA Willett knowingly converted on December 16, 2020, the public monies or property to his own use or to a use other than the public use authorized by law. According to the CRS, Colorado Revised Statutes, the compensation for his or her services, those of the DA, would be no less than $130,000 per annum. $130,000 seems like that should be enough. Any amount in excess of this shall be set by the board or boards of the county commissioners. The filing alleges that no excess amount was set by any of the San Luis Valley's County Commission boards. Read the following here. District Attorney Alonzo Payne couldn't be reached for comment. Willett's attorney Joseph Maher appeared in Alamosa County Court on Friday on behalf of Willett, Maher, Joseph Maher, Bill Maher, Joseph Maher, requested MAHER, requested all of the prosecution's evidence for the defense. Maher also couldn't be reached for comment. Maher is an attorney for Maher and Maher Law in Colorado Springs, where Willett currently resides. That's kind of crazy. Robert Willett used to be the big DA here of like 7 counties, and now he lives in Colorado Springs. Why wouldn't he live right here? Robert Willett was appointed by Governor Jared Polis in December 2019, began his term January 2020. He was worked with the office as Deputy District Attorney and Senior Deputy District Attorney since 2013. Robert Willett now works as a Deputy District Attorney with the 4th Judicial District Attorney's Office. So he went from being the main DA to a Deputy DA in the 4th Judicial District in another... Incredible. Robert Willett and Payne ran against each other in the 2020 Democratic primary election. Payne won the primary with 62%, was elected district attorney in the November general election. The felony charge of embezzlement against Robert Willett comes at a time when the 12th Judicial District Attorney's Office is under scrutiny by the Colorado Attorney General for alleged violations of Colorado's Victims' Rights Act. The city of Alamosa is also pressing for a recall against Payne for what they characterize as malfeasance. Colorado Attorney General Phil Weiser said he found the alleged violations of the Victims' Rights Act extremely troubling when he appeared on an episode of Alamosa Citizens podcast, The Valley Pod, on additional... You know what's weird is I tweeted Phil Weiser what he thought about animal abuse, and he didn't give a flying fuck about animal abuse. So he's going to sit there and say, what, they don't care about victims' rights? No, this motherfucking Phil Weiser don't give a shit about victims' rights. Oh, extremely troubling. I mean, the fact that basically, hey, Phil Weiser, what do you think about animal abuse? I mean, that's a slam dunk, right? Fuck animal abuse. He didn't say shit. Fucking silence. Radio silence, huh? Okay, so citizen of Colorado don't mean shit to that motherfucker. Tecumseh forever, okay? Tecumseh, techie tech. Good ass dog. Good, well behaved. Good dog. Best dog anybody could have ever wanted. The Crime Victim Services Advisory Board forwarded 4 complaints to Governor Polis, with 4 more still under review. The Rocky Mountains Victims Law Center also filed a formal complaint. Rocky Mountain Victims Law Center. Last week's Alamosa City Council meeting saw an unprecedented step by the council to propose amending an ordinance allowing the city to use funds to support a recall election. This is fucking crazy. Alamosa, a city council, a government body, is going to go after another government body. One government body is going to run a recall, campaign, And it's a kind of an election because they're going to have to offer somebody else up. Insanity. The change to the city's Fair Campaign Practices Act would allow up to $10,000 to be used to recall a non-city elected official. So they're going to use $10,000 of the people's money. A public hearing is set for March 16th. That was a while ago. The city will also be sending a letter to Weiser to make a case for the broad investigation. You could read our coverage right here. And then it says, become a member. Alamosa Citizen is committed to informing and engaging the people of the San Luis Valley. Unlike many sites, Citizen makes its journalism available to everyone. Become a member. Become a member. So, Felony, this is by Owen Woods, okay? Alamosa Citizen. Now, there is 3 articles here. Center Post Dispatch. Might be all the same article. Sometimes they just buy and sell. So, again, Robert Willett, right? What? Your dog got ran over? Oh, I don't give a goddamn fuck about that. What, felony animal abuse? I don't give a flying fuck about that. No sirree, Bob. I protect the felons. That's Robert Willett. That is Robert Willett right there. Charge filed day after City Council considers recall campaign. 12th Judicial District Attorney Alonzo Payne filed a charge of embezzlement against former District Attorney Robert Willett. Ties a charge of embezzlement, citing a CRS statute, no less than $130,000 per annum. Any amount in excess of this shall be set by the board or boards of the county commissioners. According to the document, no such amount of excess was set by the boards. Did he get paid more than $130,000? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Robert Willett unlawfully, Payne alleges, unlawfully, feloniously, and knowingly converted on December 16th, 2020, the public monies or property to his own use or to a use other than the public use authorized by law. I wonder how much money. The document lists embezzlement of public property as a Class 5 felony. No additional information or explanation related to the charge. The date stamped on the charging document was March the 3rd. No additional information. No statement of probable cause in the file. See, on March 2nd, the City Council of Alamosa, So Robert Willett said something. You may indeed say that I would be interested in running if a recall. He lives in the 4th Judicial District. If he lives in the 4th Judicial District, how the fuck can he run in this district again? Motherfuckers act like they can run anywhere and everywhere and do whatever the hell they want to do. You don't live in the district. If you don't live in the district, how in the hell are you going to sit there and say you want to be? And then if a recall came about, is that what they're trying to do? They're trying to get Robert Willett back. Remember when things are so much better under Robert Willett? He already lost the election. So yeah, go ahead. Do a recall election and put Willett back on there. He'll lose again. He'll fucking lose again. He lost once. He'll lose again. When asked for a response to the charges, Joe Meyer, counsel for Willett, stated the decisions and actions of D.A. Payne are stunning. This is a political prosecution. Yeah, I'm sure my client is looking forward to the full set of facts coming out. Marr is a law partner of the law firm Marr & Marr. So, yeah, old political, look at the case, right? A lot of these motherfucking right-wing sons of bitches, right? An accusation that's it. That's all she wrote. But I think this is fantastic. This is amazing. The rule of law applies to everybody. So nobody's allowed to do embezzlement in Colorado. It doesn't matter if you're the DA or not. So I think it takes courage to, go after or to charge a, fellow prosecutor, person that's part of the prosecutor class or whatever. But a crime is a crime. If that guy embezzled more than $130,000, I'd like to know. Yeah, I'd like to see all the facts too. How much money, did he take? He was only supposed to take $130,000. Did he take? $130,000 isn't enough. If $130,000 isn't enough to, ignore the citizens' complaints, how much more does he need to ignore the citizens' complaints? I need $500,000 to not do my job.